New episodes of the I Know You Didn't Ask podcast are out every Monday and Friday, available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. Welcome to I Know You Didn't Ask. I'm your host, Megan O'Donnell, and be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Megan the Podcaster. Today, we are so blessed with a truly iconic guest. I told you guys 2026 is the year of the guest, and today's special guest is Gaby Grossman. She's the Director of Editorial Operations at Puck, a fellow Bravo expert, and my former boss. So if we are lucky, at the end of this episode, she may give me a performance review. Welcome to the show, Gaby.
What an iconic part of our lore that I was your boss. Sometimes I forget.
It's so weird, but I'll never forget when we had another mutual boss, and when I met with her first during the interview, towards the end, and she was like, ask me about myself and what I'm interested in. She just said, oh, Gaby's gonna love you. And then the moment we had our interview, I was like, all right, we're not even talking about work. This is just two girls gabbing.
Just two Virgos who love Bravo chatting.
I mean, it was just instant. And I mean, again, this has been a long time coming. And, I haven't been recapping Bravo shows. It's just too much. And it depends on the show. But sometimes I'm like, week over week, it sounds like we're saying the exact same thing. However, today we're talking Southern Charm, Salt Lake City, and the Traitors, which, to be quite honest with you, I feel like every episode is a new, fresh thing, especially with Salt Lake City. Like, I feel like too much has happened in one season.
Truly too much. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for having me. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the drama in Charleston. Sally. Girl, if Sally was not on this season, we would have nothing.
Nothing. And she brought us Charlie. So she literally introduced her own love triangle.
We have to talk about, the elephant in the room, which is Venita. Venita knew that this wasn't going to be working out in Sally's favor. She let her know that Craig will never emotionally fulfill you, and this is not going to work for you. And now she's kind of rubbing it in poor Sally's face.
The 2 week ago episode where they were at lunch and Venita said, Craig's a bad guy, you're gonna get your heart broken. And Sally said, I have to learn myself. Unfortunately, I feel like I've been Venita in that situation many times where you see your friends barreling towards a disaster, but you can't take that strategy. Never works. It never works to tell your friends hey, don't go out with this guy because I think he's a bad guy, unless there's extreme circumstances. If it's just he's kind of a fuckboy, I appreciate Venita trying, but it's just a futile strategy. It never happens how you want it to in that situation.
Exactly. And in Sally's case, she never was backing down to Venita. She always was pretty headstrong and, no, I'm going to date him. No, I'm going to try to date him. No, I'm going to consider this regardless of what happens in our friendship. You can have that conversation with a friend, but to me, you can have it once. With a girlfriend, you can give them your point of view. You can say, yeah, I don't know if he's good for you based on X, Y, and Z, whatever, has transpired. And then at that point, you just pull away and your hands off because you're not going to win. And then Venita at that lunch, she was like, don't come crying to me when he breaks your heart. And then at the sleepover, Venita's like, why didn't you tell me this happened? Sally's like, you told me not to go to you when this happened, so I didn't.
Yeah. It's also, there's no information that Venita had about Craig that Sally didn't have. It's not like she wasn't around for all of the Paige stuff. Sally watched all of that happen and was like, yup, when they break up, I'm gonna get it. And she, knew exactly what she was doing. Do I think that it was a good call for Sally to go after Craig? No, and neither does Craig, because he rejected her in spectacular fashion in the chicken feed aisle.
He looked so confused when she was like, no, I'm catching feelings for you. I really like you. And he's like, what? We are simply friends. Being in a hot tub with someone at 4 a.m. generally does imply there could be something going on. But he didn't make a move and hasn't made a move. And he knows that, Sally keeps sniffing around. He probably has the wherewithal to know she's probably into me a little bit. So he didn't hook up with her. He didn't lead her on in a sexual way that really would have been hurtful enough where Sally's like, I want to smack him in the face. If he was here, I'd throw my fucking drink in his face. It's like he was kind of being your friend.
Also, like, Sally is how Craig knows Charlie. So if Charlie is sitting in the hot tub with Craig, Craig is never going to kick out Sally because then he's worried that he'll lose Charlie's company too. So he's like, okay, we're the like 3 late nighting amigos. But anytime I've been in that situation where there's 2 girls and a guy and both of the girls find the guy hot, someone, whether they know it or not, is the third wheel and is cock blocking. And that in this instance was Sally, but sweet, beautiful Sally has never been the third wheel before. She's always been the one who's chosen. So she's like, Charlie, go home. It's me. But my queen was sorely mistaken, and now she has become a chicken mother. For what reason?
What has happened to those chickens? Like, where are the chickens? Justice for those sweet little chickens who, I don't know.
They're on a rotisserie somewhere. Sorry, dolls.
They're 100% in nugget form at this point because there is no way she continued on feeding those chickens after. Like, it sucks because he dumped her like 15 minutes after she got them. She bought them. So now she's like, I have these fucking chicks. I bought this chicken coop in the backyard. And she even told him, she's like, I bought it the next day after we talked about it. And he's like, wow, you're so impulsive. I wish I was like that. Like with a
Meanwhile, at the art gallery, he's like, what expensive art can I buy to impress Charlie?
I know.
And ladies, let that be a lesson. If you have a crush on a man and you have a conversation about a living being and you think to impress him, you will purchase said living being and enter into pet parenthood, don't do it, babe. Buy a plush stuffed animal to impress him. Don't invest in a living thing unless you're sure that this person is going to be your partner.
That is absolutely spot on. And I felt for Charlie, who I actually really like. I feel like, you know, she was another beautiful skinny blonde girl on this show. So when she came in, I was like, ugh, another fucking one. But at least she has a bit more of a head on her.
Ooga, when she showed up, I was like, oh God, keep this girl away from Shep.
Shep, you could be her father. Like, I'm so glad she immediately was like, no to you, no to Austin. The fact that she said no to Whitner hurt my heart. Like,
he's the best.
Protect Whit at all costs. I love him.
Where did he come from? He's so nice and smart.
It's too suspect. Like, he seems like too much of a good guy to be on this show. And even when they were at the dive bar last episode and he's like, I'll put my card down, all the guys were like, yay, like, we don't have to pay. Finally, a guy with a real job who could buy us beers at the diviest bar we've ever seen on this show ever. I'm like, what is the lighting in this place? Like, I smell the beer from the fucking TV screen.
When they're like 4 orange crushes, I was like, oh God.
Oh my God. Have you ever had an orange crush?
No.
Oh, they're really good.
I'm sure.
It's freshly squeezed orange juice, seltzer, and triple sec. And it's like a thing in that area.
There has to be one.
Oh yeah, vodka.
I was like, that sounds too low for these boys.
They're like, we'll have 4 mocktails, please. No, but they're pretty fucking deadly. I had about 50 of them on a bachelorette trip a couple of years ago, and it's just it sticks with you. It stays in your liver. Sure. But I loved that, you know, the guys were having their fun hangout, like Craig and Austin were seemingly in a good place-ish. You know, I feel like the two of them might just need to date. Like, they need to kiss just one night in a hot tub, possibly, and see if it works, because I feel like they're just in love with each other. And it's like, we're never going to be able to move on until you guys
Heated rivalry, Charleston edition awaits.
Literally. Like
all the things she said remix, Austin, Craig, like one night. That's coming.
All it's gonna take. And you know, Craig has that hot tub, and I feel like a lot can happen
Sally and Charlie need to go home so Austin can stay until 4 a.m.
Stop. But what if Sally was in the hot tub with just Craig and Austin? She would still be the third wheel.
She would still have to leave first.
She's like, I guess I'm gonna go. It's 7 a.m. We've been in here for 8 hours. Craig and Austin have no more sperm in their balls because they've been scorched by the fucking hot tub. Like, I guess I should leave. Like, yeah, honey.
Poor Sally.
Austin going all drunk to Madison's party, banging on the door. I mean, he came in, was so tanked, holding court with his icy blue vape. I was
Paused the TV multiple times to investigate Austin's vape.
I literally was like going through today. I was like, what is that bar called? Like, oh yeah, Elf Bar. Not like I would know or anything. But when I saw it, I said, Austin, I'm really liking you. Like, again, Madison actually recently called him her gay BFF.
Yeah,
in an interview.
The Madison Austin relationship ended after the clip that haunted every season of Southern Charm.
Madison! What are you doing here, Madison? It's like you're having a threesome.
Like nasty undies. Madison! Like, after that, the fact that their relationship is basically literally Austin kicking his feet on, like, doing tummy time with a spritz or whatever he's drinking, being like, I'm finally free from the chains of pretending to be a straight man. Now I can kiki with the girls.
All he wants to do is gossip and have fun with the ladies. And some of the guys on these shows will kind of like shy away from that. They're like, I don't want to be with the ladies, dealing with the lady problems. Austin was like, girls, let's put on our fuzzy slippers.
Finally, I'm home where they respect me.
Exactly.
That's a girl debrief.
He just immediately is like, Craig said Sally's a tornado. He's absolutely done with you forever. You two are never going to have it. He doesn't even want to be your friend anymore. That really sucks for you. And then he has the date with Charlie coming up. And you just see Charlie's face like, oh, they didn't know yet.
And the other guy's just being like, correct, yes, that is every word that stenographer Austin transcribed from what happened at the bar.
It was really impressive. Someone that drunk was like bullet points
every detail.
Bro, you are fighting with Craig tooth and nail every fucking episode of this show, and then you're gonna go to the ladies and spill every last ounce of tea. And he didn't even think to. And you see Rod's face in the back, like, no.
Yep, there they go.
There they go.
Put it back.
I was upset. And Sally starts fucking going apeshit. And again, I think this is, seeing a hot, pretty girl get knocked down a peg, just realizing, you didn't get him this time. And that must really suck. As a normal, average-looking, cute girl, been there, done that. So I was like, well, sometimes even the mighty might have to fall.
That's fun to watch, I gotta say. Sure.
I know, it's not kind, it's not a good thing, it's my own insecurities flaring up. But, I mean, even when she was, like, watching Madison get her ultrasound, she's like, oh my god, I wish this was my life.
Right. And, like, Madison hasn't had an easy go of it all. But I saw a meme this week that was like, a hug from Madison could fix me. And I was just like, yeah. A hug from pregnant Madison, who is just like thriving in her gorgeous new house. I'm not often jealous on Bravo shows of like what everyone's doing, but that slumber party looked so fun.
It looked so fun, and there was pizza making.
Cute matching jammies.
The jammies on the hanger. Oh, I would love to just like be pampered by Madison. I feel like her little daughter is so fortunate to have like such a fabulous mom. Teddy is so cute. And you know what? She's inspired me to eventually become a homeowner while pregnant, so you don't have to lift a finger. It's genius.
When
she knew
had
exactly
those organizer girlies over, and she's like, "I'm not doing shit." I was like, "That is why I'm grinding. That is why I'm trying to make my money right now, so that eventually one day I can just hire people to completely organize my home and not even and just FaceTime someone during it. Like that's the
Completely.
goal.
Well, so many people on Reddit and like on these stupid Facebook groups I'm in, they're like, how is Madison affording this house on a hairdresser's budget? I'm like, are you people deaf,
Crazy.
dumb, and like, what are you talking about? Like, she's on a show, she's a fucking influencer, probably has 12 businesses we don't even know about. She's not, clocking in 9 to 5 at the hair salon, renting a booth at a salon,
No.
and buying a $4 million home. Like,
She's like taking only top tier clients probably
yeah,
now who like
Patricia Ulchel.
yeah, she's Miss Pat and her gals like probably support Madison's business, you know.
Literally, which I mean, I love Miss Patricia, but when I was watching the boys' dinner, a part of me was like, imagine like a group of guys and his like one of your guy friends and all his homies just dining with one of their 84-year-old mothers. They're like, we're eating off the chinoiserie or whatever. Oh, the
Wait, who
placement,
was that
Whitney.
random doctor prince?
British gay doctor.
Where did he come from? And also bringing a bottle of wine, they're like, "Look out, boys, I'm perfect." And I'm like, "Okay, one thing they do teach down there is manners."
You don't have to be from like an upper echelon to realize, yeah, maybe bring Patricia a bottle of wine.
Sutter home on the way to anyone's house.
Get a candle. She probably loves a candle. I just a fruit platter. I don't know, but kept showing up with a wrinkled fucking shirt, no gift, and then Whitney's like, "Did that just come out of the dryer?"
Could have at least bought Miss Pat a shark tooth necklace.
She would love a shark tooth necklace. I mean, I do feel like we're missing a little bit of Shep's love life this season, which could be for a good. It could be a good thing.
It's never been
It's
a
never been
real
healthy.
happy story.
No, it never ends well, but last year him getting so severely knocked down a peg with Sierra was just everything I think we've been wanting as
Perfect
viewers of
freckled
the
lips. That text. See, another example of all Austin wants to do is be part of the debrief.
Austin was like,
He was
"Let me read the texts."
his
I'm like,
face the
oh.
whole time. That was truly a Hall of Famer Southern Charm.
Absolutely. I mean, Southern Charm is so good. Lots of people are shitting on it, but I don't care. And just one more comment before we go to Salt Lake City. Justice for Molly and people talking about her vag surgery. I'm sorry when Vanita was like, I guess it was me who brought that up. I'm sorry. I understand like a little gossip here and there, telling another girlfriend another thing about your other friend, but there is a limit and a level of what you can share about somebody else's life that has been told to you in confidence. Vagina plastic surgery, that is a big X off limits. That doesn't get out of the conversation with the person who told you. Like, that is crazy to me. I thought that was so fucked.
I hated that so much. And also, like, that you can make arguments like about a nose job or about a boob job, even like a really egregious boob job, like huge implants that like you're doing it to be seen. Vaginoplasty, that is maybe to be seen in the most private of moments in someone's life, but like that is clearly not for public discussion or to be seen. Like, so why would you do that? What's the point of doing that? Like, it's not
Yeah.
fun gossip. It's just like so hurtful and mean. And Molly is like really the unsung hero of Southern Charm these
I
days.
love her.
She's the only person with a personality. She's the only person like off the beaten path. Like, what do you mean you're like sobbing to Corey from Winter House about missing a tuba recital and letting down the Philharmonic? Like, what plot line have we stumbled into? How rich is the tapestry of this universe now because of Molly? Like, she's such a great addition. And also, I was really glad that she stood up for herself publicly and didn't feel any shame and just like owned it and was like, this is fucked up that this has become public, but like, I'm just going to own it in this moment. I thought she handled it really well. Like, but that is not something that anyone was ever meant to know. And it's really cruel that like Vanita was like, oopsie.
Sorry. I mean, I also like that Molly like continues on and like brings it up to Whitney, and she's like, "Well, a couple years ago, I got this thing done." And Whitney's like, "Well, when I was down there, I didn't have any complaints." It's like, Whitney,
No.
why has every person had to have sex with you to get onto this show? Like, and Thomas Ravenel, OG Thomas Ravenel, like back in early 2025, he once tweeted like, "If you think Harvey Weinstein is bad, you should see how bad Whitney Sudler Smith is." And he deleted the tweet, but I do feel like Thomas Ravenel
Also,
might have had
T-Raf, people in glass casting couches.
exactly. Yeah, like yeah, it takes one to know one, buddy.
Yeah, like don't when T-Rav's coming for your behavior with women.
Not good. Well, I actually
Not
think T-Rav is his new girl is pregnant. Like I feel like
Shocker.
vasectomies were created for men like him. Like we need to tie that up.
A condom obviously is never going to be strong enough for that sort of doggery.
No. I don't think he's ever used I mean, Catherine was literally pregnant within like 8 weeks of them starting to date. Oh, God. Well, nothing like T-Rav to make me want to stop talking about Southern Charm. So Salt Lake City season 6, the reunion has kicked off. First reunion episode was out last week, but as I mentioned up front, I feel like far too much has happened. Unicorns, yachts, RV trips, their trip to Greece. The trip to Greece was so amazing. I was just
incredible,
relishing in it every episode. And that was
phenomenal
a nice
television.
Long trip because they're going from, Salt Lake City to Santorini. You have to be there for 5 days or so. So, on day 2, everybody is starting to lose their mind a little bit, and we saw it happen in real time. It was incredible.
I feel like we need to even start with the fact that there was the below deck crossover, which is sort of everything I ever want from Bravo. Like Below Deck is obviously a favorite, and I love it because it's a show about working on a team, and you and I know working on a team comes with its challenges, but it's also so fun, and like clients are crazy, like lots of parallels to lots of different industries. And I love Below Deck so much. And seeing the Salt Lake City girlies just absolutely destroy this gorgeous yacht, whether it's Angie and her various injuries and illnesses, whether it's throwing that poor Stuffy overboard for Brittany, who I have many thoughts on. And then, like, the only huge flaw of the season, and also biggest mystery, is that we didn't get to see what happened on that plane.
I know.
I have so many questions. I do believe that, like, it probably was as bad as the girls were saying.
I think it had to be. They were all so rattled, and I feel like it wouldn't have affected Mary, affected Heather and Whitney, and obviously Brittany in such a serious way if it was not to the extent that they are saying it was. And I've said it on this show, and I'll say it again, but Lisa sat with her husband when she got back and was like, oh my God, Meredith had a fucking meltdown on the plane.
Yeah.
And then I think when, Lisa probably started realizing like people were kind of turning on her too. And so she's like, I have to ride so hard for Meredith so that Meredith rides hard for me. And I think they probably have some kind of truce with one another that is obviously like not discussed on the show, but is very much a thing they talk about when they're not being filmed, because even at the reunion, they are riding for each other. And Lisa even at one point is like, Meredith, did I like forget anything? Like they're talking with one another. They're in some kind of alliance with one another. And I guess you kind of need that. And they are friends and they have been friends for a while. So it does make sense that they're riding for each other. Meredith is being called, a pill popping drunk, which like you are. And then, Lisa's being called like a poor person. Basically, they're like, where do you get your money? Those are kind of both hard things to talk yourself out of based on your actions. And, they need one another. But whatever happened on that flight, I just would pay so much money out of pocket. Like I wish they would do like a pay-per-view special, like a UFC fight. It's like it's
Live
only
from the
airing exactly live.
Epstein flight logs.
It literally, oh my god. What I would do, and I thought we were going to get something on the reunion. I thought that was going to kind of be teased. But also part of me feels like whatever happened was so aggressive and weird and dark that it's also like a choice by production to not put that out there, because once it gets too sad and weird, it kind of is like the reboot of Real Housewives of New York, where it was like Bryn versus Uba talking about like sexual assault and like the the truth behind it. It's like okay, like this has taken it too far, and now we're not having fun.
It's
like
not fun anymore.
this is not fun.
I think like it's tough because Brittany is so easy to just make
her.
fun of, and like you brought a stuffed animal with your boyfriend's voice who is like a loser and breaks up with you every 5 minutes, and like every time there's an opportunity for you to say something, you take it in the most like theater kid-esque way. Like she just wants the spotlight so bad. But at the same time, like she is a cast member on this show, and like she deserves like a baseline level of human decency and respect, and like that includes like not being actively bullied on a flight for like hours and hours for no reason. And like I think it sucks because I love Bar Legend, man. Like I really love Lisa Barlow. I think that she is so fun to watch.
I was like, who? I haven't heard
I
that,
love
but I like
Lisa
it.
Barlow. I think there's no show without Lisa Barlow in my opinion. Like she just her insanity and her just total like her PowerPoint presentation or whatever about why she's not poor and why this like very well documented series of lawsuits is entirely fake is just it's she makes it fun to watch, and like I really love her as a character, but like and Meredith, I enjoy, you can leave. Like so many of the great moments of the show are
Yeah.
from Meredith. But like the idea of them like truly torturing someone for hours and hours, and like their defense being basically like that didn't happen or I don't remember. Like there's something just super dark sided about that. And it makes me like have less of the ability to root for either of them, honestly.
Yeah, I felt like at the end of this season, and even after the end of part one of the reunion, I felt a bad taste in my mouth for them, and I agree. I think they are very much needed on this show because they both have these like illusions of grandeur about themselves, and Lisa has said it many times. Like, I live a very different life than all of you.
So good.
Heather's like,
I
how
do big
so?
things.
I do big things. Like, what are you doing? And it's not the first time, like I've went on her website to try to figure out like what her company does. Like, is she an event planner? Because we don't see her planning events. You see her like being like, move that table here. It's like, well,
Okay.
okay, but where are you in this whole marketing event? Like, it just doesn't make sense like what her place is. And even her website looks like she wrote like Chat GPT, can you please give me bullet points for what a marketing events company would do? And it's like 15 bullet points, and like there's no information. Like it looks like a fake website. But I believe that Lisa Barlow is dead broke and is a little bit like
Sure.
Dorit from Beverly Hills, where it's like I don't think any of this is really real. But again, I'm along for the ride. Like
Totally.
I want to
Totally.
see us reach the climax of this spending journey, and then I want to see the downfall as well. And I'm not preying on anybody's downfall, but when you put yourself in the situation and you're like, I only wear Dolce and Gabbana, Alexander Wang, it's like something's gonna happen. Like we've seen Teresa Giudice, we've seen all of these people have financial issues, tax fraud, all of this shit. Kim Zolciak, the queen of it, like $1 million in debt.
Shaw gets back, like how, like I feel like Lisa's gonna be like, "Yo, give me those old people's numbers."
Jen Shaw would be carrying fake bags on these shows. Like when they were like going through her closet, they were like counterfeit Louis Vuitton bag, like DH Gate straight from Korea. Like
Honestly, someone should teach Lisa about DHgate. It might help her budget a little bit.
John Barlow would really appreciate that. He's like, "Where are you getting these funds? Like, your small brand campaigns aren't paying. Well, they probably are
No,
paying a lot. We know
a
that
little
from
bit. I mean, a
our
lot,
jobs.
but
Yeah,
like,
but
there's
relative.
only so much Alexander Wang Wendy's ad can buy, you know, and like,
After taxes and your 17 lawyers have to
and
get
your
their cut.
manager and
Yeah.
like all the people that you're paying to go the distance, you know.
Did you see that Ben Affleck was recently asked by an interviewer, like, do you know this woman? And she showed a picture of Lisa Barlow and him, and he's like, yeah, I don't want to embarrass her because, like, is this a trick? Like, I don't think I'm qualified to weigh in on this. And it's like the ladies of Salt Lake City need to leave Ben Affleck alone, whether it's the Mormon Wives or now Lisa Barlow. Leave this man alone. He's just trying to promote his Netflix movie. He wants nothing to do with the drama from you bored housewives in Utah. What is happening to poor Ben?
I saw this, and she was like, the interviewer was like, it's probably in Utah, and he's like, I haven't been to Utah in like 7-8 years. And then I opened the comments, and sure enough, Lisa Barlow's like at South by Southwest with like 80 hearts, and I'm
Remember
like,
me?
the future or this mystery remains unsolved, you know.
Also, again, we've both in our professions have been near celebrities, been on set or been at an activation. I might say, hey, so and so, great to meet you. I'm Megan. I'm the producer. Run around, do my thing. I'm not like 6 years later being like, oh, yeah, my good friend, whoever. No, we met
No,
on one shoot. They would never in 1 million years remember me. Like that,
no,
and I wouldn't expect that. But Lisa has, I think, a bit of an inflated ego.
yeah,
Ben
that
Affleck's her bestie.
she does big things, and she lives a
does.
very different life from all of us.
Oh, truly. I mean, what are your thoughts on Bronwyn? I also don't know if you knew this, but I was on her website the other day again, I have to get the fuck off the internet. But she was one of the lead investors for the now defunct Queen of Versailles Broadway show. I had no idea.
Wow.
I
It's
know.
gone. Also,
Gone.
people saw it like people I know saw it like within the last 2 months.
Yeah, it's gone. I had
I
like
really
big
bad.
dreams of going to see it. I mean, it had to be bad. And I loved Queen of Versailles, so
Amazing.
I was
Queen of Versailles is
riding
so good.
hard for
Queen of Versailles is like a Housewives parable, basically.
Oh,
you know?
exactly. But what do you think about Bronwyn?
I've
Where do
always
you
had
lie?
a soft spot for Bronwyn. She's a little kooky, like her airport pickup situation. I'm like,
Oh, God.
was always tough to watch, but like, the scenes with Muzzy, I'm like, you have been through hell, and you have a cheerful, optimistic disposition, and I respect that. I really I enjoy Bronwyn on the show. Like, the only person who I really just wish wasn't there sometimes is Brittany, but like now, even after the plain TM, like I don't even feel that way, but like Bronwyn, I think, adds like a playfulness, and like her founding fathers brunch
Camp.
like high camp, and she like the ladies without her don't have that level of like leaning into the bit and like just like going over the top. I feel like she brings definitely an element of that, and like also her and Todd aren't together anymore, so I remember in Bronwyn's first season, one of my friends texting me being like, she is on this show to get a divorce. And
Yeah.
I was like, you are probably right. And now I'm glad that she and Todd, if that is what is best for them, that they are getting their space. And I honestly really hope we get to see a single era of Bronwyn, because I would love to see her on the scene.
And I feel like she'd really know how to catch a dick. Like, I know Todd isn't the hottest, but he's so rich. So she might go hot now because she's going to have the money from their divorce. So now she's good. And
Bronwyn, if you're listening to this, come to New York. Let's go out. We can both hook up with 25-year-old guys, and that will be beautiful.
Oh my god. I'll come and I'll just be your wing woman. So fucking jealous.
To be single in the same time as Bronwyn, maybe being single at 35 isn't so bad after all.
You know what? I feel like, yeah, you two would honestly really hit it. I mean, you hit it off with everybody, but I feel like Bronwood would particularly like being in Brooklyn, like being on the scene, and she would like dress like a Brooklyn girl. Like she would make a whole Pinterest board for the evening and really like map out her looks just to make sure she was like fitting the vibe. But
And
I
like, we
appreciate the
can take you to
commitment.
Manhattan if Brooklyn's too scary. We can accommodate.
But I feel like Bronwyn's gonna be like, Gabi, why don't we go to the Bronx? Like, fuck it. Like, let's go. Like, let's do it. Like, let's have the experience.
I say how high, Bronwyn. Let's go.
I mean, she has also been really keeping her foot on Lisa's neck, and I loved that during the play in Greece. I mean, that play was explosive. I was in bed watching it, and Matt was next to me. He was reading a book. As like it was developing, I see him like slowly put the book down. And he's like, what's happening here? I'm like, this is a play about them. And the girl with the scarf, the same color, is the girl over there. And then when they're done with it, it's obviously like all very awkward and uncomfortable. But Lisa starts apologizing with Angie. And then they're like, I love you. No, I love you. Let's be friends. You see Bronwyn's face, like, are you fucking kidding? And Whitney is like, really? Out of all the people Lisa can apologize to, she's picking fucking Angie right now? Like, this is too much. Like, I can't handle this right now. I just thought that was amazing. I mean, I love Angie K. She is just a queen, a true, true queen.
An injury-prone queen, just walking into shit, getting sick, thriving nonetheless in her homeland.
When they got kicked out of that restaurant, they were like, the restaurant is closed. And they're like, okay, 5 minutes. He's like, no. You must hear me.
Like, thank God they're gone.
Oh my
Angie's
god.
like, no Greek restaurant has ever shut down before.
Literally, and that place is like a big hot spot. It's like a big kind of touristy place. We went to Santorini on our honeymoon, so I like did all of the. I know I'm like wait, brag much, which was incredible to see them there. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. But seeing them at that restaurant, I was like, I was gonna go there. I was gonna, but yeah, it's like a real hot spot. So they probably were like, not only do you have a crew of 15 fucking people here, but you guys are screaming at the top of your lungs at each other. And then there was a beverage spill, but it was an accidental one. Lisa was like, that was an accident. That was an accident. That was not supposed to be a wine spill. Like, that wasn't a wine throw. It was simply an accident. Like, yeah, this was just a spill. I'm just a spill, girl. Like, don't worry. It wasn't a throw, because obviously that escalates things. But what's up with Heather? I mean, I felt like the lady fucking clocked her during the play where she was like, you hide behind jokes, but you are really a miserable woman. Like, I don't think that's wrong.
I was like, is this fucking play about us?
Literally. And then now I'm like watching her at the reunion and everything's a joke and she just like laughs everything off. I'm like, yeah, I'm nothing like that.
No, yeah. Never deflected via humor in my life.
Never.
My no
never.
Way.
No, come on.
So
but
funny.
I feel like Heather, I mean, she did bring it on the below deck yacht with the fight with Lisa. Just like cracked out on that one. Like she was on one. A lot of red wine.
I think Heather is really experiencing this post Ozempic, like, I'm that girl moment.
Yeah.
And like, I hope that it makes her happy, but like, I don't know. I worry for the emotional side of that.
Yeah, I also was deeply troubled by finding out she hasn't changed her mattress in like 25 years. Like, bitch, what? Aren't you supposed to like get a new one?
You're like listing off all these things you have, and you're still sleeping on some grody old mattress?
She's like, I conceived all my children in this bed.
I was like,
ew, like, did you even flip it?
You should have gotten like a SAFTA mattress, like from a deal like years ago, babe.
Yeah, like get one that comes in one of those boxes that like puffs out, like somehow by science just becomes a mattress
Yeah.
after it's folded into nothing. Like it's very, very easy to get a mattress. That as a story arc
Like
was not
you are
something I
jonesing for a Casper sponsorship right now. It's so
literally.
easy to get a Casper mattress.
Don't worry, Andy. I got a new Casper mattress to, replace my soiled old ass mattress. She was like, I eat my meals in here. I wrote a book in this bed. What? Like, and I
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Like, I very much, before I met Matt, I was a work from bed kind of gal. You get it together for a video call, but there was a lot of working from bed, but now like that's just not a thing because someone is like looking at my actions and is like, get out of bed, it's been 3 days. It's like, oh, has it? Weird.
Left to my own devices, like that's why I need to have a job with an office
Yeah.
because it wouldn't be good for me if I was a work
No,
from
no,
bed
no,
gal.
no. Well, there's so much more that we were going to be unpacking in Salt Lake City, but we have to move on to the Traitors because it has completely taken over my life. And so we're talking episodes 1 through 5. So if you haven't watched up until this point, this is not the recap for you. Go back and watch the shows and then come back. I mean, it's kind of rude because starting this week, they will now be dripping out one episode at a time, which is fucked up for us addicts because I need 2 at a time, minimum.
Minimum.
Minimum. I mean, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk who the traitors are, who's been voted out. I mean, the traitors are iconic this season. Lisa Rinna, Candace Dillard, Rob Roush, and secret traitor Mama Kelsey. Mama Kelsey, that bitch has had poker face.
She did great.
She was like shockingly good, and I was shocked that Colton was clocking her very, very early on.
Colton, what a delight of this season. I've
I
seen some
know.
hate, but like I've been impressed with Colton, honestly.
Yeah, I've been quite impressed with him as well. I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of hate because he like I guess stalked his ex-girlfriend and there was all of this drama there and
I'm
you
out.
know,
Yeah, I'm not a Bachelor Nation type of
mm,
gal, so
yeah. I mean, he definitely like did some shady weird things and like caused this woman emotional pain, but I still love him on Traitors, like unfortunately. And I did meet him at a party years ago and I always knew he was gay because we were at like a nightclub event at Mohegan Sun. This was so random. My friend's dad like was an executive there, so like there was like this big club opening and like Khloe Kardashian was there and
God.
we were all like in the VIP area. And I just remember Colton drinking a big glass of red wine at a nightclub. And I remember thinking like, oh, this is all wrong. Him and the girl, they weren't into each other and I was like something is up with this guy. And then when he came out, I was like, I knew something was off. I could smell it in the wine.
That.
I clocked it. But he clocked Mama Kelsey, and honestly, like I feel like he was like gunning for her because of his jealousy towards the Kelsey brothers. He's like, I've never been at the level of either of them, and I want this mom out of here because I wish she was my mom.
Yeah. And Dorinda being like, I'm scared of the Swifties, I thought was a really fun moment because it's like, in my mind, like, who is Dorinda afraid of? Like, pretty much no one, based
No
on her
one.
performances on Housewives. And she's afraid of the Swifties. And now we know.
I mean, imagine if Dorinda was drinking. I'm actually so glad she's not
Yeah.
because then, we'd get the whole incoherent thing and then she'd be crying and screaming and then that's when you'd see some broken glass. But I mean, I loved her walking into the breakfast room on the first day like, I'm here, you guys.
That was amazing. I was so happy for her.
I was
And,
really
like,
happy.
the moment, which we have not seen as of episode 5, that Dorinda realizes Lisa is a traitor, it's coming and it's gonna be hard because like Dorinda is being such a great friend to Lisa on this show and like like Dorinda really is a team player. I feel like between even like setting herself up to leave early by like sitting on that dock in the last season and then just the way she is like so willingly participating in all these challenges and being a good team player and like just like being an overall good sport, I'm like, this is the Dorinda that I love to watch.
Yeah, and it's funny because everybody who has known Lisa or has watched Lisa is like, she has the biggest fucking mouth. She does not stop talking. So her silence is actually such a tell that something is up. And even Colton's like, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. And I mean, I will say they're all kind of banding together. The housewives always stay together, the gamers kind of stay together. But I have to say, when they banned Caroline's, they were so mean to her. Lisa was like, Caroline was like, all right, well, I guess I'll see you at BravoCon. And Lisa's like, I don't think so. I was like, is this like a serious beef that we're not privy to? Because I feel like we're not like, ha ha and hee. Like, I felt the daggers cutting into Caroline. Caroline's like, whatever.
Like, back to Dubai.
Yeah, back to Dubai I go. I mean, that entire elimination moment was so nerve-wracking. The thought of being tied to a tree in the middle of the night.
Poor Ron Funches. Show us your faces!
Ron Funches is going through it. He has consistently the worst picker. Every person he picks is a faithful. And I mean, now obviously he clocked Michael and Dorinda. Those were like his next two victims. But again, we all know Dorinda's a faithful, but I feel like he's gonna have to go soon. Him being like, I heard light footsteps. It has to be Moira. When like every other woman is also like 11 pounds. Yeah. He said, yeah, there was one person with really light footsteps, but I feel like Lisa was rocking like 15-pound like Comme des Garçons boots, like those boots Kanye was wearing years ago, like those big joke boots, stompers, chunky ass boots. He's like, oh well, that's got to be two men and a very light woman.
It's giving the like Luann man voice quote.
Was it a buffalo walking down the steps? But I mean, I think Lisa's a great traitor. Candace is going to get herself in trouble with that mouth of hers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the conga line moment I thought was genius until that one gamer, Rob, was like, this is a bait and switch. Why is there a conga line?
Why is there a conga line occurring?
I'm not joining the conga line. Why is there a conga line?
Any sort of serious comment involving the words conga line is gonna just tickle me, you know?
And it was funny because Candace was like, conga line! Like, she was like acting like it's like a normal thing people do, and like you saw people being like, okay.
Da, 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 da.
And I will say, conga lines can and have been very fun. My brother had one at his wedding. It was a roaring good time. But again, we weren't trying to like bait and switch the other people into not going into the kitchen so Rob could get the thing behind the frame. I mean, killing people in plain sight is nerve-wracking for me. Like when they have to do things like that, I get very nervous for the traitors. And I think this show is particularly fun because there are so many twists and it kind of keeps you on your toes as a viewer. I don't feel like I'm watching the same thing I watched last year. I feel like it's, you know, new and fresh every episode.
Totally.
I mean, I think, like we were texting, I do think Rob is one of the most attractive people I've ever seen in my life. I mean, him wearing no shirt under overalls should be illegal. Like, what is happening? Indecent exposure. Like,
crazy.
It's crazy. But he's absolutely going to betray the ladies. Like, there's no way that he is staying faithful to these idiots because they're on thin ice.
Yeah. Lisa's, I mean, that's what the previews are telling us.
Lisa's gotta go.
Do you think you'd be a good traitor, Megan?
I'd be so good.
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm pretty like I can like say what anybody wants to hear. It's not good. It's not a good quality. But I feel like I could really fake it. Matt and I always talk about it. He's like, I'd be so bad at this. I'm like, you would be Matt would be Mark Ballas, silent. Like silent, not saying a word. Johnny Weir, silent. Where I'd be like, I don't know. I feel like I could end up teetering into Candace territory.
I feel like I'd be Lisa Rinna if I was quiet. People would be like, why the fuck is this girl quiet? I've never heard her shut up for 5 minutes.
I mean, Lisa overacting with the tree story, with like her hands and her eyes and her hair's all crazy. And people were like, all right, huh. Yeah, I think it checks out. She knew a lot. Jam Jam is like, did Ron mention the axe? Because I don't know if he mentioned that in his story. You'd think he'd mention the axe. And I guess they have to cling on to like the smallest little nuggets
Yeah.
to get them to start thinking about who a traitor could be. But sometimes it's like, all right, we're reaching. We're reaching. And I mean, poor Eric. I really thought he had them when he was like, I heard the laugh. And
Yeah.
it was Tiffany!
Her,
You just see
life
Candace
get
like
a new career.
literally get a new career. The fucking reunion is going to be off the charts. These people are going to be so fucking amped up because everyone has felt like all of these suspicions have led nowhere. And I mean, I thought Ron towards Portia was very reasonable. Like I felt like all of his, moments of doubt made sense, but I also think she's just like kind of an idiot and was just like talking fast and like not thinking about what she was really saying.
It would be crazy if someone heard that and didn't clock it and bring it up, you know? Like,
Yeah.
if she said, like, we killed, then you're going to be like, okay, that was an amazing Freudian slip. We got her. But, like, no, it's just Portia being Portia.
Yeah, she was just chatting. And I mean, the Portia and Candace conversation about Michael in that car, the fact that Candace gaslit everybody in the room to be like, I did not say that. Portia, you heard that
Crazy.
wrong. And even Moira was like, I wasn't listening. No, I didn't hear anything.
It's not good.
Yeah, my memory is too much Guinness.
The accents
Stuck
on
with me.
this show are prime. Alan, of course, being the best.
I love Alan. I love his dog Lala. I love
Nice. What?
yeah, murder.
His shirt, so good.
Oh my god, the sleeveless maroon shirt was just so fashionable and fabulous. Well, I actually read an article in the New York Times last year about his clothing, and like Lala has the same stylist as Alan. Like they make custom clothes for the dog. Which is amazing. I mean, a dog like Lala needs like a fashionable look. But I wonder, and I want to ask you this as somebody also who has been in production. I feel like the cast doesn't get a stylist, but I feel like they have to send looks to be pre-approved.
Interesting. I think either they each get like a 30-minute Zoom with someone where they're like, here's what we're thinking. Because like they all are pretty consistent and like everyone is very themselves. And even like, the guys are like wearing fun things. And like, I think they're definitely given like a pretty specific brief at the very least. And then like they probably have to bring like 2x the amount of clothes that they need. And like before they go downstairs, they're probably like, change your shirt,
Yeah, that's a good call because I've been wondering. I'm like, they all look so good and so stylish. I mean, except for Natalie, the girl's always just like wearing a bra. I'm like, is it cold? Like, what? Okay, like she has a great body, like great arms I'd kill for. But I'm like, okay, I guess that's like literally what made me think about the stylist. I'm like, I feel like some people are giving it their all, and then, yeah, I mean, you also have Rob and dirty, dusty overalls where, he's like, last time I wore these, I was catching a snake in the bayou. It's like, what?
Okay. Whatever you say, Rob.
I mean, I think we need to talk about Michael Rappaport.
My God.
I'm sorry, but not everybody is meant for reality television. And not because he doesn't have a personality that's great for reality television. Obviously he does. But I feel like he forgot that he's being filmed at all times because the way he's been shoveling
shoveling
the food. Like, I want to say, Michael,
the plate to him.
Forks have prongs for a reason, so you can stab the food and then put it in your mouth. Yeah, bringing the plate up to your mouth and just shoveling food in. I guess it's efficient. You're moving fast. You're getting the food in your belly.
Not for an adult.
Or holding the water with both hands like a little toddler. I'm like, guy, your hand is big enough to hold the cup.
You're good, dude.
Yeah, what is with the dexterity? Like that you are struggling with this cup of water. Like I mean, it's been all over the internet, and I'm a little disgusted by it. And I mean, he's always been a loudmouth, and he said he's like, I'm a smack talker, and that's what you are in Brooklyn. You either know how to play basketball or you know how to talk shit. I could do both, whatever. Like, it's always been his shtick, but everybody on this show is like, shut the fuck up. Even if you're
And
not a traitor,
I
just
agree
get
with
out.
everyone. Like the fact that they were like, we're probably wrong, but you're so annoying that this is actually a good investment. It goes to show you something. And like, I think also like even if he's never been on TV before, like in this way or like whatever, I don't know, show where you're being filmed 24/7, he's been like a housewives guy for so long that like he knows. Like, and I think that when he's like, this is just my personality, and then he's like, if you're a traitor and you know it, clap your hands, and everyone's like, shut up. When he got to the third line of the song, everyone's just like, we get it.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic. Get him off this round table. Like, we don't need the energy. And I mean, he came for Colton, and that was a big problem in the last episode. Conniving and colluding Colton.
Commiserating, which is like a nice word. Like, he just doesn't.
No.
And Rob having to teach him the meaning of the word commiserating.
It just made me fall in love even more. I'm like, weird. He's
like, you know what?
But him making the comment about Colton knowing how to keep a secret because he kept one for 29 years, implying like, his sexuality. That was fucked up.
Just why? Like, and then everyone calling him on and be like, I didn't say nothing. Like,
yeah, I didn't say those words. You just did, and 22 people heard it.
And like, he really thought he was like, he thought he ate with that. He really did.
Completely thought he ate, and he really
it's just cruel.
It was cruel. It was cruel and mean. And again, if you know anything about Colton, yes, he's had his problems with his ex, whatever, but he still was a closeted man for many years in football, in a religious family, like all of these different worlds that he had lived in his whole life as the fucking bachelor, like takes a lot of pressure. It's a lot of stress and pressure on him to finally get to a place where he can come out and now is married and a dad. So for someone like Michael Rappaport, who is like a known bully who picks on people, to come for him, like it felt too personal for a dumb show like this. Like, this is Traitors. Like, this isn't the Housewives where like you could sling like really horrific things and it's like a little bit more like, all right, well.
And like everyone already hates your guts, and you're gonna like say something that's like about someone's sexuality. Like, do you think that's gonna go well for you? Like, did he expect everyone to be like, oh? But like, honestly, maybe he did because he's Delulu.
I will say, to wrap this section out, I always like seeing on Traitors how they spell one another's names on the little pieces of chalkboard, like, or like where they like blur out like the letter that they got incorrect. Like, I was shocked at how many people spelled Michael wrong. Mike, I feel like it's like
Mike. I was like, yeah. I don't think he's ever gone by Mike, but okay.
No, I don't think so. Like, I think it's like it's a pretty known name. It's pretty biblical. Like, I don't know. I feel like Michael's pretty classic, but yeah, Portia was another one. Which Portia is a little bit confusing. There's many different spellings of that, so I can understand that. But I mean, I'm so excited for more episodes. Who do you think is going to make it to the end?
Who is going to make it to the end? I hope Rob does. I think he will.
I think he will.
I think Lisa Rinna is going to be our first traitor out. It seems.
Definitely.
I think that we were made to think that at the end of last week's, but I don't know who else. I would love to see Dorinda make it really far. Like, that would be that. I'm just cheering for Dorinda. I don't know if she will. I think that all my favorite characters this season, like Ron Funches is going to be out. Like, I think people that we've heard a lot from, like, going to be out. I think Tara Lipinski being like, I don't know how to play this game, but I'm having fun. I was like, okay.
Girl, they're going to eat you up.
That
You're
going to be like
murdered.
A real twist if she didn't get murdered and they like made her, you know.
I mean, that would kind of be the best way to play. You're like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm definitely a faithful. I don't have it in me to be a traitor. Like, let me just kind of coast my way to the end. And
I'm sure the producers still have some tricks. Like I'm sure there's like sort of the like Boston Rob of it all, of like people that were like not traders becoming traders. Like I'm
Yeah.
excited for some switch up. Well, like the trio has been trioing and like been so powerful, and like I've loved watching it. I do think that like a shakeup is coming.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like the gamers need to be gaming a little more. Like Jam Jam and Natalie, like put some of that Survivor Big Brother energy into the game. Like I feel like the two of them are gonna be thrown in a little bit to start mixing things up a little bit because yeah, like you said, it's like these traders have been a little too comfortable, and I want them to be shaken up a little bit. And yeah, I think Lisa's the next one to go.
Love you, girl.
Ah,
Lip filler looks amazing.
oh my god, those lips. Matt was like, "What's wrong with her face?" I'm like, "They're iconic. It's her
Thousands of
brand."
dollars, Matt.
Yeah,
Hundreds of thousands of
and she was
dollars.
getting them done like before it was a thing.
Way
Like
before it was cool.
God knows what those lips are actually full of, like cement. Like it cannot be safe, sanitary. And you know what? That's her truth, not mine.
That's beautiful.
Well, Gabi, thank you so much for coming on this show. I'm so excited to have such a great guest to bring in the year of the guest, 2026. Where can people find you, follow you, and, keep up with you if you want that? Or tell them to
Megan,
fuck
thank you
off.
so much for having me. I'm at Gaby Grossman, GabyGrossman on Instagram. And yeah, follow me. And thanks so much for having me. Let's do it again.
Of course. Well, maybe we should do like a final traders recap. Like
I'm
once
in.
the season is over, we can do like a final recap and see where our, predictions have taken us.
Let's do it.
Perfect. Well, thanks for listening to I Know You Didn't Ask. Yeah, be sure to follow me mainly on TikTok and Instagram. That's all I care about these days. Don't even subscribe. I don't care. Follow me. That's where the money is, kid.
Follow Megan.
Thanks for listening. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.
New episodes of the I Know You Didn't Ask podcast are out every Monday and Friday, available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube.